August 10th, and the important announcement for Social Security, including retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, and VA beneficiaries. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. I know in this video, I do want to focus on August 10th and describe why this is such an important day, as there will be an announcement coming out on this day that is going to directly impact about 70 million beneficiaries of the benefits I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Let's get into it and talk about what's going on. First off, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe down below. Totally free to do so. It's going to get very busy between now and the end of the year, which is exactly why I'm here for you every single day to bring you the latest updates and to help you out in any way that I possibly can. So subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's get into the details of August 10th and what I want to point out for you. So first off, on the morning of August 10th, we're going to be getting the July CPI data. In other words, the inflation data. Now you might be thinking, why do we care about this and what does this have to do with Social Security benefits and all the benefits I mentioned at the beginning of this video? That's a good question. You would think that this doesn't have anything to do with fixed income benefits, right? Well, generally it doesn't, but this report actually does have a huge impact on fixed income beneficiaries. Here's why. This is the first of three pieces of the puzzle that are going to determine how much the COLA is going to be for next year in 2024. Now remember, I had a video out maybe a month or so ago, and I was talking about how July, August, and September are the three important months in which we determine how much the COLA is going to be for the following year based on inflation data. Well, here we are now in August and looking at this, and this is the inflation data for the month of July, okay? So it's always delayed a couple weeks here, and this is what it comes down to. So the inflation data for July is released here in August, the inflation data for August is released in September, and the inflation data for September is released in October, and then we get the announcement for the COLA at that same time as well, okay? So this is the first of three pieces of the puzzle that are going to determine how much we're all going to get as a raise early next year in 2024 for fixed income benefits for about 70 million beneficiaries. Now, here's a few things that I want to point out really quickly. We might look at the inflation data right away as it's released on the morning of the 10th and think, oh, that's it, right? No, that's not how it comes down to, okay? Let me explain this a little bit further. Now, first off, the numbers that they're going to be talking about right away, with their release and stuff like that, are the headline numbers. We don't care about the headline numbers for the most part. Now, obviously, we care a little bit because it indicates prices and things like that. But when it comes down to the COLA, we're not looking at the headline number. We're looking at the CPIW, not the straight CPI. We're looking at the CPIW, which is the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. That's the one we want to watch, okay? Now, they generally do not talk about this. This is a piece of the equation we have to kind of dig for a little bit. But generally, the CPIW runs a little bit hotter than the CPI. For example, let me just say this much. Let's just say that the CPI comes in at, a year over year of, say, I don't know. I'm just making up numbers here. I'm just going to say something just for an example. Let's just say that it comes in at a year over year basis of 4% and up, say, 0.5% month over month or something like this, okay? This is just the headline number. Now, we need to look at the CPIW. Now, maybe on a year over year basis, maybe the CPIW is sitting at 4.7%. On a month over month basis, it's at 0.7%, okay? These are just a couple of quick examples. Now, obviously, I don't know what the number is going to be yet. I'm just using this as a quick example to better illustrate how the CPIW generally runs a little bit hotter than the CPI, okay? So as a result of this, we need to continue watching this very closely. But I will dig through the report right away as this is released, and this is going to be one of three very important pieces. Now, just because we get this one piece of the puzzle does not mean that we have the full picture, right? I mean, think about it, just like a puzzle, right? You have a big puzzle, you have one piece of the puzzle. Can you see the whole picture? Not really. You can see, a portion of the picture. You can get an idea of what it's going to look like, but you generally don't have the whole picture, right? You don't really see what it's actually going to be, even though you have a little bit and you think, oh, it's going to look like this, right? Well, maybe a little bit, but we don't know that full picture quite yet. And that's exactly what it's going to be like with this one piece of data right here as well, okay? We're getting one piece of the three-sided puzzle. We'll get to see a little bit of the picture, but it's not going to tell us the full picture yet. Now, when we do get the next piece of data, the August inflation data, the CPI, released in September, that'll give us a lot closer idea of what the COLA is actually going to be. But as of right now, we can speculate. There will be speculations coming out as this data is released. And then, of course, we can speculate a little bit more closely as far as what it's going to be going forward. And then again, once we get that second data piece in another month from now, then obviously we can get a little bit closer to what it's actually going to be. And then obviously in October, we get the official announcement. Either way, I want to bring this to your attention really quickly here. This is what I'm going to be watching, of course, as I do get more details on this report. And as I get information on this announcement right here, of course, I'll bring it to your attention right away. But just remember, it's not the headline number, it's the CPIW. You got to dig through the report a little bit in order to find that one. There's a lot of different data pieces within it. Either way, I'll continue to watch this very closely. I want to bring this to your attention because this is very important. This is one of the three pieces of the puzzle. And again, it all comes down to your benefit, your monthly benefit, how much of a raise you're going to get for your benefit, okay? Pretty important stuff, I would say anyway. And again, over the last few months here, we've seen a number of different speculations coming out, right? We've seen them all across the board, right around the 3% range, mid 2% range, 2%, things like that. So either way, I'll keep you posted on all this. Either way, want to bring this to your attention really quickly. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, take care, and catch you again later. Are you sick and tired of all the scammers? How about your phone ringing constantly every day with the robocalls trying to get your money or your personal information? I agree with you, we're all completely sick of it, which is exactly why I partner with the sponsor here on the channel, Aura, and exactly why they're giving all of you an exclusive 14-day free trial with the link right down below the video, so they can go to work immediately protecting your personal information online. Not only that, they'll show you all the places your personal information has already been exposed on the dark web. Also, they will go to work ending all of these annoying robocalls that we all get every single day. So again, make sure to check out that link right down below the video for your exclusive 14-day free trial, and they will go to work immediately on your behalf. When I signed up for the 14-day free trial, they gave me a list of 30 different places my personal information had been exposed on the dark web, and they went to work immediately to help me clean that up. So again, make sure to check out that link right down below the video for your exclusive 14 days for free. If you don't like it during that 14 days, just cancel it. It doesn't really matter. Which is exactly why they're giving you that 14 days for free to try them out. And again, I can tell you this much, you will be completely shocked with how much they find for you. So check out the link down below, 14 days for free waiting for you with that link. Otherwise, you can simply go to aura.com/blindtobillionaire. That's AURA.com/blindtobillionaire.